What's up?
Do you wanna get high with me?
Hell yeah. Let that shit up, cuz. It's been a minute since I took the time. Too much on my mind, need a little relief. Open my third eye, if it wasn't for weed, I'd probably die. Grab a gun and bleed and say goodbye. But I don't wanna do that, wanna sit back, relax, take a nap when I fat from that fat sack of weed. People cookies hit me like you would never believe. Like I'm war, take my mind beyond the tree.
So tonight we'll take on my beyond the matrix. If you wonderland where you know that we cannot make it. Our minds are waking up. They share the hate, but we're here to spread the love.
Dope Dealer Podcast, you know what it is. Episode 22.
22.
It's your man Jamal Doman.
Tobe Hixx, Dope Dealers.
22, because we keep it true. I rock that red, not that blue.
Yeah.
Okay. I should say Tobe rock. No, let me do. Yeah, episode 22, because we keep it true. Tobe rocks that red, not that blue. You know what it is. What's happening, everybody? Shout out to that was that song that you heard, and you're going to hear at the end of the podcast. That is the homie Moses Laura. Moses Laura. He sent that to us. He's from L.A. That's
Give it
called
up for Moses.
Yeah, that's called We Flying. We Flying. It's produced by him, so he sent that to us. You know how we do. Listen, you send us original music, and we will play it. So shout out to Moses Laura for listening and sending us that dope track. And please send us some more. And check him out on SoundCloud. All his music on SoundCloud. The One Moses. The TheOneMoses. The One Moses. You can check him out, man. What's up, Tobe?
What's good, homie?
Oh, man, we here. Yeah, I got the bell again. Oh, Dope Dealer Podcast, we here. Got the bell.
Yeah, episode 22.
Yeah, man. So this show is gonna be dope, man, because we never had a show. We premiered this thing called the Tobe Hixx Dope True Story a few weeks ago, because you have all these incredible true stories.
Yes.
And they scattered out on a lot of episodes. They scattered, but what I wanted to do is this episode. Let's get like 3 in, man. 3 of it's a couple that we probably heard before, that we've maybe said before, but our listeners may not have heard because if they didn't listen to that particular episode. I want to hit a wedding one again, but you got some funny ones. You got one with Tommy Davidson we're gonna talk about, man.
Yes.
But before we go into that, man, I got a story. It's not it's a true story. It's a dope true story, my own, but it's some shit I want to get off my chest, man.
What's up, Richard?
And I want to say, man, recently, me and my lady went to Spy Palace. You ever heard of them? Spy Palace?
Yeah, I heard of that.
Yeah, they're supposed to be a popular spy place that you can get a massage and all that, jacuzzi. You know how it's a bunch of them out
white
here.
folk shit.
Yeah, so, I guess they had a Groupon deal, so we went down to it, man. Let me tell you something.
Hold on,
Tobe
let's
Hixx.
break it all the way down. What day of the week did you go?
We went on a weekday. It was a weekday, so I forgot. Maybe a Tuesday or Wednesday. It was a weekday.
So was it a whole day plan? What y'all do?
Yeah,
before?
it was a few hours. The deal was like a few hours. You go in there, and you get a body scrub, and you get a body scrub, and you get a massage. So you get a body scrub, massage. Also, you can be in a jacuzzi. You can be in there as long as you want. I mean, you can. And I've done the Burt Williams. That one is popular. I've done theirs before. That they got one in Sherman Oaks. I went a few years ago. It's fun, and it's a couple little hood massage places up I won't say hood because it's Sherman Oaks, but it's a kind of little, Korean, Asian, and I've enjoyed it. It's a place not too far from me. Let me tell you something. This Korean lady gave me an awesome massage for like $40, $50. I mean, she got up on my back, and the way she did it was just so, man, I mess with her.
I got most of my massages out of the U.S. That always worked better for me.
Okay.
Yeah, that always worked better out of the U.S.
So, I was excited. The Spy Palace, I've heard a lot about them, and, I'm like, cool. So we get there, and, they have the men's dressing room and the ladies' dressing room, and, so obviously, baby girl,
y'all
she
go get ready.
Yeah, we go get ready. They have everything ready for you.
And then y'all was gonna be in the same room.
No. You only coming together. They have a mutual area, but obviously and in the dressing rooms, also in there is the that's where you get your scrub at. So we're not gonna be together for the scrub. The only thing we're gonna be together is for the massage.
That's what I was. That's what I was saying.
So you do your whole thing, but they have an area you can go meet at, a little mutual unisex area, I guess, your relaxing area. So I'm in the men's dress. They want you to take a shower, obviously, because you're getting ready for your scrub, and they're gonna come get you. When it's time for you, they want you to get your shower, get your stuff prepared.
Yeah, that sounds
then they come
freaky
get you
already.
So I'm in the locker room, and I'm used to Burt Williams because Burt Williams give you a little robe. Yeah. Burt Williams give you. You got your own locker and a robe. So I get here, I don't see no robe or nothing. It's just a towel. They give you a towel. So I get undressed. I have my little flip flops and put my towel on. I'm about to go in there and take a shower So I walk in there. I'm walking into the place. This is where the shower place is, jacuzzi place. This is the steam room. Everything is in there, and all the guys are in there. So I walk in there and I notice everybody naked. All these men are naked. I'm like, okay. Yeah. Now I'm walking, I got my towel. I'm like, okay. All right, I don't know what's going on, but I'm just going to take my shower.
And this is LA.
Yeah, I'm going to go. I go in there and I take my shower. I finish my shower. I come out. I dry myself, but I still got my towel wrapped around me. And I'm thinking about getting in the jacuzzi, but it's this greasy motherfucker in the jacuzzi, naked. And I'm like, this motherfucker was shaped like John Goodman from Roseanne. And I'm like, and mind you, it's dudes in here, all nationalities, everybody naked.
Okay, that would have been it for me.
So now I'm walking around with my towel on. Then one of the supervisors come like, hey, they no towels in here.
Oh shit.
So he points at some writing on some sign on the wall. I ain't even see the sign. I look. In the sign, all the rules. Basically, the rules, you supposed to be naked. Now that hits me, because I'm like, why the fuck is everybody naked in here? They basically want you to, the sign says, when you in this room, nothing on.
What type of freaky ass shit is it? Okay,
I'm like, what? This is a group idea. I'm not walking around no fucking grown men naked. And I'm like, I'm uncomfortable how comfortable these motherfuckers are.
Yeah.
Walking around naked. It's friends in here. It's two. I saw it was two black dudes. Obviously they was friends. They was talking to each other naked. That's like me and you.
Hey man,
come on, man. That's like me and you in the steam room.
That's not gonna ever happen.
So I told the motherfucker. So he said he walked away. He said, and I'm looking. I'm like, I'm put my towel. So I'm walking around this motherfucker with a towel on. Like I'm like, fuck this shit. And I'm really uncomfortable. These motherfuckers, it's a Jabba the Hutt looking shaped motherfucker over there. And they all, because, they decide with some of them going into.
Like you ain't shit.
Some of them going to the steam room. Some of them. Now, I wanted to chill. My plan was to chill in the jacuzzi for about 10 minutes until they come get me. I can't go in the jacuzzi, with this motherfucker. And I'm just not comfortable.
Yeah.
So I go into the steam room. The steam room was so fucking hot. I was only in there for like 2 minutes. I couldn't take that shit. That's why I say I gotta get my life together, boy. If that's what hell is like, I gotta get my life together, man. Lord forgive me. So I'm waiting for the guy to come get me. Finally, I'm like, fuck this shit. I'm like, I'll just sit out in the locker room because I'm not going to be around these grown motherfuckers. Everybody dick swinging. Like, I'm looking down the whole, because I don't, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to look at nobody and shit.
What type of shit is this? Okay.
So finally, dude came and got me. They give you the scrub down, take me into a room.
A dude scrubbed you down?
No, the supervisor came. Yeah.
God,
the supervisor came. The supervisor, it's a dude who comes and gets you and takes you to the room with it's a lady in there scrubbing you down. But the thing is, she got me in this room. She didn't even close the door. Like, you lay down on this table, and the way she did it was real good. But the thing is, I'm pretty much naked, and the door is still open. So people can walk past and just see her scrubbing me down. But I'm like, I'm like, at this point, I'm just so fucking over it. Just scrub me down. She scrubbed me down. Turned me over. She got the towel, like, on, but it's still like,
How she look?
Listen, she's an Asian woman. I mean, yeah.
Shit.
You know what I mean?
That's what I meant in other countries. That's where I get my massages.
Then we went to go get I met up and we went to go get the massages. Massage was okay, but I was just so fucking over it.
What did your girl say about this?
I told her, I said, I ain't never coming back to this motherfucker again, man.
Well, how did they do on her end?
She said she had a good time. She said she had a good time.
Was they walking around naked over there?
You know what? I meant to ask. I think she
didn't ask that?
Yeah, I think she said they was. But women is different.
Women, they do that shit anyway.
Women is different. Like dudes, I can't walk around. I said I would never come back to that place, to the Spy Palace, Koreatown, Los Angeles. You can kiss my ass.
Damn.
You would never see Jamal Doman again. Men walking around. You know what's funny? When I went to it's funny. It reminded me. Last year when we went to Iraq and Kuwait, we were it was one part where we was in the gym, and this is a Muslim country. They don't play that stuff. And I went with them comics. It was like 4 white comics. I forgot their name. I think one was Jim McDonald, Ken Gar. But Jim McDonald was telling us, because the hotel we were staying at in Kuwait, the very, very nice hotel, they had a little steam room or something like that. And he said he was in there with guys and he was getting undressed. And one of the guys like, hey, you can't do that. Yeah. And he's American, in the.
That's some bullshit.
But in the Muslim country, they don't play that. He said hey, no, you got to go in there and you can't just get out, and that's what I'm used to. So he was even like, he didn't gym older white. He said, my bad, I didn't, I'm so used to the American dressing locker rooms. He said, but no, men don't, not in the Muslim countries.
Yeah, shit, I could think of my white friends, they would just get naked anywhere. I mean, white people do that. I mean, that's European. Over in Europe, they do that shit. They walk around naked at the beach. It's beaches here like that, but you know what I'm saying? Over there, that ain't shit.
Yeah, listen.
Yeah, I don't even know what type of deal that is, but shit, I'd normally fuck with Groupon. And shit, Tiffany got me fucking with Groupon. Shout out Tiffany.
Shout out Tiffany
But
Haddish.
damn, I didn't know that. They just sent me on some shit like that. Y'all, why you didn't ask for your money back?
Well, we already went. We did the whole thing. I didn't pay for it. We had already went through the whole thing, and I was just like, at this, I'm just like, all right, cool. I just ain't fucking with them no more. I'm doing Burt Williams, or I'm going to my little spot little Korean spot in Sherman Oaks. That's all I'm doing to get that massage. Because Spy Palace, they want you to walk around. I mean, the whole thing is I'm like, is these motherfuckers getting off on this? Like the staff, getting off on it? Because the dude who told me to take my tight did seem kind of fruity. I'm like, these motherfuckers got cameras. They just getting off on men. What your policy is for men to be naked around each other. That's my Spy Palace. Wow. I can't mess with it. That's my little shout out to the Army, our armed forces. We do this for you guys, man. Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force.
Shout out to doing the military gigs where I got the nice massages. I wasn't around no men. That shit did not happen.
I never got a massage, I don't think, in the military when I do the military gigs. I don't think
Man, because shit, you ain't slick like me.
Hey, listen, later on, we're going to have a phone call from one of our good friends out of D.C., our comedian buddy, Lazy Lamont. He was caught up in a scam, and he's going to call in and talk to us about it.
Oh, man.
He was caught up in a scam, and this is an incredible scam. And so he's going to call us in about 15, or we're going to call him, and we're going to talk about that, man. So stay tuned for that, man. But listen, man, the dope Tobe Hixx, dope true story, man. We have yet to hear the Tommy Davidson story. I don't think you ever told that story, man.
Okay, the Tommy Davidson story, man. Shout out to my man, rest in peace, my man K. Michael, man.
Oh, K. Michael, yes.
K. Michael was a promoter.
Rest in peace,
he put a good amount of money in a lot of comics pockets here in L.A. He was a good dude. He passed away. And fortunately, like, before he passed away and before he got real sick, I was able to work with him. I was able to work with him at a real special event, man. There was some white folks shit. They had money, man. So they knew K. Michael promoted comedy shows. So they told K. Michael, it was a gentleman's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And they had it at a bar. The bar was seated about 100 people.
Right.
Perfect size venue for a comedy show, a small show, a birthday show type of thing. So at that time, that's when my man Christopher Kid Reed, did a lot of hosting for K. Michael.
Right.
Or whatever. So it was this gentleman's birthday, and he told him that he wanted to get Kid Reed, and he wanted Tommy Davidson. And then he told him, and whoever else, get one more comedian.
Right.
So that's when K. Michael hit me. And so I get to the venue, like I said, nice little intimate bar. They had a small stage. The stage was, the people were literally sitting right in front of you. Everything. It was just...
Yeah, K. Michael's shows were always,
It couldn't get any more intimate than that. It was
What city was it in? Do you remember what city?
It was in
Because he
Redondo Beach
yeah,
area.
nah, okay. All right.
And it was a Saturday night. And it was a nice night outside, I remember. And it was just the perfect stage was set, you know.
Right.
The place was packed. They was all there for this gentleman's birthday. The gentleman whose birthday was, he was the one who paid for everything. Like, you know, he was like, I want Tommy Davidson, whatever. So I was the only one there making a little, you know, low budget money and shit. And shout out, you know, that K. Michael thought of me to put me on the show. I guess it was just meant to be.
Right.
So we at the venue and we get there and the people are there waiting. The place is packed. You know, the birthday gentleman's there. Everything is festive. And Kid and Tommy walk in, you know, because they good friends and shit. So Kid and Tommy walk in, and everybody's tripping off of, man, that's Kid and Play. Oh, shit, that's Tommy Davidson. I mean, they shaking their hands, they taking pictures. People are buying them shots of Patron, and like the show hasn't even started yet.
They just excited.
Yeah, and you know, and I understand they was hyped to see them, and ain't nobody saying a motherfucking word to me.
Right?
Don't nobody even know who they didn't even give a fuck. Like, who is this other nigga here? Shit. So
is he their driver?
Yeah. So they didn't give a fuck who I was. So I'm just sitting there chilling. You know, and just letting them do their thing. The show had to start late. They was taking so many pictures and shit. And by the time the show started, I remember they was faded too, because motherfucker it was shot after shot coming, like the show was over.
Right.
So he started the show. So Kid goes up, Kid's hosting, and all he's doing is bringing me up, and then it's Tommy. It's just us three. So Kid goes up and he does his thing, and he brings me up, and you know, I do my thing or whatever. I mean, it was just a perfect setting. I mean, the audience was right there. They were drunk. It was their friend's birthday. So they just all came out to have a good time. So I do my set, and I'm having a great set, man. You know, and I could literally see these people's faces go from, damn, we didn't even know who this motherfucker was, to now we know who he was, who he is. So I do my set, and I have a good set, and I get off stage, and Tommy's standing there, and he's going, oh, so you wasn't gonna save nothing for me?
Did he say it?
Yeah, he said it like that. He said, you know, so you wasn't gonna save anything for me. And at first, I was like a little thrown off. I didn't really know what he meant. Like, I wasn't thinking that he meant like audience and laughs and whatever. And so I didn't really say nothing. So he goes, so you wasn't gonna save nothing for me, motherfucker? And I was like, huh? So then now I realized, I thought he was joking a little bit, but now I realize he's mad, right? So I'm like, damn, he's mad. I'm like, damn, you know, and in my career, I haven't had too many times that someone literally got mad at me about a performance or thought that I was trying to do too much. I mean, that just, I've been fortunate that hasn't happened too much.
Right.
So he's like, you know, you see, you ain't gonna leave shit for me, motherfucker. So by this time, now I'm getting mad. And so I just said, man, you know what? Fuck you. You know what the fuck is you talking about? Yeah.
Oh, you said this is Tommy Davidson.
Yeah, I said this is Tommy
The
Davidson.
legend Tommy, in living color Tommy Davidson.
Hey, shit, legend, that shit was out the window. I had respect for him at the beginning, but then all that shit went out the window when he kept talking crazy to me. Then, you know, the hood shit kicked in. I was like, man, motherfucker, fuck you, nigga. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Like, goddamn, you Tommy Davidson.
Yeah.
You motherfucker, they came to see you. The motherfucker asked to hire you. You the one getting the big money.
Yeah.
You the one that took the shots of Patron before the show. And then you gonna act like this with me, a motherfucker that they didn't know from a can of paint? And I was like, wow, man, that was some, I was really disappointed, man.
Yo.
That was some fucked up shit. And see, then it got to a point where we was arguing a little bit, and Kid announced him and had to get off stage and let him do like a little birthday thing, and he had to come over and split us up. This kid,
shit.
know, like, you know, like, hold on, he's seen at this point now, I'm mad.
Yeah.
You know, and he split us up or whatever, and he told me, you know, let it go and this and that.
Yeah.
And whatever. And I was just like, I was just disappointed that, I mean, I'm like, damn, you a legend, motherfucker, in living color. These people didn't even know who the fuck I am. And how could you ever be mad at me?
That is crazy. He was...
And then he was so frustrated that what ended up happening, it ended up ruining his set.
Yeah.
He went up there and bombed.
Oh my
because he was more concerned about what the fuck what I did.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Woo, Tommy Davidson, what is going on with you, man?
Yeah.
Like a lot of it's amazing how insecure a lot of these celebrities are.
I don't understand that. I mean, you know, for me, if I'm on a show, I truly, from the bottom of my heart, I want everybody to be funny. I don't want someone to go up there and fail because that doesn't make it easy for anybody. I mean, shit, I'd rather everybody be funny and then that way everybody could just ride the wave and just do their own thing and bring them into your own world. No matter, I don't want people bombing in front of me, but there's people that, you know, literally like to see people fail in front of them. And I will never understand that. I will never understand how you want your show to be weak. I mean, that's why I have respect for the people that don't think like that. Because I mean, why would you want? It's about having a quality show. Yeah. So you want everybody's act to be as quality as possible. You don't want people to go up there and fail. But that night he was pissed off because you know, said they got all the fanfare, man. I mean, I'm telling you, man, they probably took 8 shots before the show. Because people was like, let us buy you something, whatever. And I was just sitting there minding my own business because I know how this shit goes. Yeah. You know, and I was like, and I told myself, I said, well, these motherfuckers don't know me now. They gonna know me by the time this shit is over.
Now it's funny. I have a Tommy Davidson story. You know about? I don't know the time that the lady passed away during the show. You know that?
Yeah. When you was working with her.
Yeah, about 7 years ago, I opened up for Tommy Davidson at Helium in Philadelphia. Charlie, shout out to Charlie Mack. He kind of put it together. Charlie Mack and Nick Reed. So he brought Tommy in. I was the opener. Was I the host or opener? I think I was the opener.
Strauss?
Yeah, so it was 6 shows. Tommy, you know, the whole city came out. It's Tommy Davidson. The whole city. Helium, you know, whole city came out, man. And the Saturday show, did we have 3 shows that night? Or maybe we had 2 shows on Saturday. So anyway, the 8 p.m. Saturday show, I already finished my set. I had a great set. So I'm in the lobby setting up because I was selling, I think I was selling DVDs at that time. So I'm in the lobby set. Tommy's on stage. So he's doing his 45 minutes. I'm setting up my low and getting people coming to the bathroom or people maybe leaving early. I'm getting them. And I remember my brother and his wife, my sister-in-law, they came to that show. So I'm just setting up my thing and I just remember the manager coming out, somebody coming out and like, hey, man, call 911. The lady in there, something's going on with her. But I don't think nothing of it. You know what I mean? Because it's not like they came out running. Like, it was just like, you know, I'm thinking somebody, I don't know. So next thing you know, I think the manager comes out, was like, hey, did you call 911? She's not breathing. That's when I was like, what? So I go look in and I'm like, well, what's going on? Because I'm like, Tommy is on stage. Like, what is happening? I get in and Tommy at that point had already got off stage. I guess what happened, the lady just had something happened. She was there with her daughter. She had a seizure or whatever. Yeah. She was sitting in the back. She was like in the back of the room. But I guess, you know, Tommy's performing. By the time it got up to him that something is going on, he's seen a commotion. They was like the lady. He was like, all right, well, I'm going to just go in the back and let them handle that and I'll be back out. So this is what the crazy part about it was. I guess the checks had just went out. So now, and then by that, the checks had just went out. The checks
okay. The checks
had just went out. So, and now, by that time, the paramedics had got there, so they in the room, and they're working on it. I'm still outside because so much commotion. I'm kind of in the lobby.
To sell DVDs.
Well, you know, and then, but the thing about it, when I peeked my head in there, the paramedics was working on her. From what I hear, her daughter's there freaking out, and the audience is still there because the club didn't want to let the audience out because the checks ain't been paid.
Yeah.
So they had to go there and deal with all that. So finally, they ended the show. It wasn't no time he couldn't come back out after that. It was a wrap, and he had already did a good 30 minutes into it. So I remember the paramedics brought out, and by that time, the club said, hey, if you didn't pay your checks, just pay your checks. If you did, show's over, we thank you, sorry about what happened. So people were kind of leaving. And you could tell it was just a dim, glim,
So she passed away?
One of the people told me was she pretty much died right there. They said the paramedics, remember that, you ever watch American Gangster?
Yeah.
Remember that scene where his partner, Russell Crowe partner was up in the projects? Remember his partner got hooked on dope? He was up in the project. He robbed the drug dealer and shot the drug dealer.
Yeah.
And then called Russell Crowe to the projects to get him. And remember, no cops would come because they was mad at them for remember they found all that money in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
So the cops turned their back on them. So nobody came for backup. And so the paramedics came, and the guy was dead, basically.
Yeah,
so
I've
the
seen
people,
that move before.
the people in the projects outside were, the people outside were mad, was trying to get in, and so Russell Crowe had to think quick. He got no backup. It's just him and his partner who really shot the dude. And the people knew what something happened in there. So remember, the paramedics was like, what Russell Crowe said, just prop him up. And take him, act like y'all still working on him while you go to we're gonna act like we just, we're rushing them to the hospital.
How they do, yeah.
That's what they did.
Yeah, yeah.
I've seen the guy told me they basically did that. Like she was basically going.
Yeah, you can tell how serious it is by the way, what speed they moving at.
Yeah, he said it was so many people, so we're gonna try to act like we're still working on her as we take her out. You know what I mean? And that's what he said. But she was basically going, and we found out the next day. Yeah, she passed away. And the crazy part about that is, Tommy met. The reason they came to that show because Tommy Davidson was in the mall early that day. He ran into her and her daughter. Said, "Hey," they was like, "Hey, Tommy Davidson." He was like, "Hey, I'm at Helium tonight. Why don't y'all come?" And they only came because they saw him at the mall, and
And she ended up dying at the venue.
Yeah, at the venue.
Damn.
Yeah. So that's my Tommy Davidson story, man. And the crazy part of which gets even crazier, Toby. We had a 10 o'clock show.
Yeah, that's what I said.
We still had to do the 10 o'clock show.
Yeah.
So the 10 o'clock people were coming in as they was rolling her out.
The body. Oh my God. Yeah, that's crazy.
I think we went in the back. We made a little prayer for her. We went in the back. We made a little prayer.
Because at that time, y'all didn't know she was dead. So y'all had hope like, okay, we can go.
Yeah, we did the 10 o'clock show. And I think the show went all right, I guess. So that's my Tommy Davidson story, man.
Wow, we both had one. At least
but at least you was about to beat him the fuck up. Like,
yeah, that was a horrible situation.
Yeah, I've heard Tommy is a real interesting fella. I've hung out with him. Like he's a real, I've heard, he's been through stuff over the years and stuff like that. And you think about it, let's think about that Living Color cast. Look at what they've all done. Look what look what Jamie has done. Look what Jim Carrey is. Yeah. They have achieved some, and Tommy didn't really,
at
Jamie,
that time,
Jamie Foxx has said Tommy was probably the most talented motherfucker to ever work on Living Color. That's what Jamie Foxx said.
Yeah.
But he don't really get David Allen Greer, the Wayans.
Yeah, everybody's still doing
great. So I wonder if that has an effect on him that, that show, everybody blew up from that show, man.
I mean, I would have to say it probably did have some effect. The same way, we just recently found out that the Michelle from Destiny's Child, had to get some help in that, fighting depression or whatever. And shit, I mean, hell, if you was touring around the world, selling out and going through all that shit, and then all of a sudden it's gone, and only Beyonce's doing her thing or whatever, then shit. I mean, no one can say how they would act if they was that person.
Yeah, but I wonder what because Michelle she was doing Broadway at one point. I don't know.
But that still ain't on the same level as when Destiny's Child was hot.
Yeah. And she wasn't an original member, wasn't she? She was brought in. If I'm correct, she wasn't the original member. Remember they kicked her to original and then they brought her in. But I know she was doing gospel and she was doing Broadway, but hey, you never know
Hey, that ain't Destiny's Child.
And I think she just got married or something. Yeah, you said it ain't Destiny's Child.
That ain't Destiny's Child.
Well, Destiny's Child ain't even Destiny's Child no more. You know what I mean?
That ain't on the level.
If she depressed, how do Kelly Rowland feel?
Yeah.
Hey man. Hey, it's a cold it's a cold game, right?
Man.
It's a cold game, man. Yeah, it's Tommy Davidson. It's a cold game, man. So yeah, we're gonna call our homie in a little while, man. We're gonna call our homie. What you got? You got anything coming up, man?
Oh yeah, next week, before I forget, next Thursday, July 26th, I'm at the world famous Comedy Store at 10 o'clock in the Belly Room.
Oh, the Belly Room.
Yeah, back in the Belly Room with Crack 'em Up Thursdays. It's always an awesome time. So if you in LA, if you visiting, that's next Thursday, July 26th at the world famous Comedy Store. 10 p.m.
Yeah.
Man, you know what I was thinking? Hey, they shipped Kawhi Leonard's ass off to Toronto.
Yeah,
huh?
I just wanted to get touch on that real quick. Kawhi,
Yeah.
if you don't know by now, Kawhi Leonard
I'm glad my Lakers didn't give up shit for him, man.
Yeah.
You can't give up nothing. Don't give up these kids for nobody right now. Just wait and let it ride out, and let's add to it. Let's not subtract, Magic.
And I'm happy my Sixers ain't give up nothing for him either, because especially he wasn't re-signing with us, and I'm happy we didn't have to give up.
I know.
I'm just happy it's over, so now we can concentrate on the new season.
Yeah, because I know, damn, his Uncle Dennis mad as hell. He about to be in freezing ass Toronto.
But then people talk about, nigga, you see some of the, the bitches Toronto got. Toronto got some of the finest women in the world. He gonna be good up there.
Who gonna braid his hair up there?
Hey, man, they got motherfucker Drake know somebody who knows somebody, man. He gonna be rolling with Drake. Listen. People talking about, that's guaranteed he's gonna come to LA. They said the same thing about Paul George last year.
Well,
Kawhi may get up there and Drake hook him up with some of them Jamaican West Indian bitches up there with that good hair, the Melly and Fiona bitches. And shit, Kawhi may re-sign up there with them and may stay up in Toronto. You never know.
Shit, I mean, DeMar DeRozan was mad.
He pissed off.
He said, damn, they just told me a week ago they wasn't going to trade me. This is a cold game.
Man.
But you know what, man? I can see DeMar being mad, but shit, if I was mad, I'd be a lot happier about that $150 million he made up in Canada.
Yeah.
He can leave there and
he going to San Antonio.
Yeah, and he ain't got to go. He ain't got to go to customs and do customs every time they take a trip.
San Antonio got some. They got a team down there. Like,
they got a team. That's all they got, because they ain't got nothing but that dirty ass river walk.
I've never been to San Antonio.
Yeah, man. And you know what? Before the first time I went there, I was tripping off of Barkley when he was like, man, ain't nothing but fat bitches down in San Antonio. And then I went down there and I was like, yeah, Barkley was right. It ain't nothing but fat bitches down in San Antonio. It was a whole bunch of them.
I've never been down there, man. Shout out to Timon Coleman. He's a promoter who's been telling me for a while he's going to bring me down to San Antonio. Timon, holla at your boy, man. Holla at your boy and bring me down there.
But it ain't just everybody big in San Antonio, though. Even the kids big. I'm like, damn.
Well, they said everything is bigger in Texas.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Let's see if we can bring our brother up here, man, and get him on here real quick. This is our brother from D.C., Lazy Lamont King, a.k.a. Lamont King, Lazy Lamont. Talented comedian, man. I've worked with him, man, and he's going to tell us about this scam, man. He was caught up in a scam. If he picks up the phone, I didn't text him, told him we calling. This is live podcast going on, ladies and gentlemen.
You have reached.
Oh, Lazy Lamont. Oh, come on, man. Pick up the phone. Man.
I guess so. He is lazy.
Lazy Lamont. Pick up the phone, man. Talk about this scam, man. So yeah, man. Let's go. Another dope true story, man. You got
I told this one a little while back, but there was a couple people who just said, they just couldn't believe it. So for the people, the new listeners, we got this. So let me go back and let me do this one over. It's a safe sex story.
Yeah,
you got to practice the safe sex. This is when I was living in San Diego back in the days, and had some roommates staying. Me and my boys, we had a pad together, whatever. And things were cool. I mean, these were my guys. Shit. So we had the pad together. Hey, what's up, Biz? Hey, I'm gonna tell this story right here about the house, the Blue Apartments, man. The Blue Apartments was a motherfucker. I mean, everything happened in the Blue Apartments. I mean, you can find, in our apartment complex, you could find anything you want. I kind of went off the story, but you could find anything you want. I mean, you could find crack, powder, weed, fireworks, stolen clothes,
wow,
rims, tires, car systems, car alarms, all that shit. So one time, me and my homie was at the pad chilling, and a little girl that he was messing with came over to the house. And so I'm sitting on the couch, whatever. She knocks at the door. I open the door. She comes in or whatever. I say hello. She goes back to the room. And so about 5 minutes later, I hear my homie just going, bitch, get your nasty ass out of here, blah, 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 fuck you, da, 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 da. And I'm just sitting there like, damn, what the fuck could be going on? And I was especially thinking, what could be going on that quickly?
Yeah.
Like, she just got back there. So I guess when she got back there, he just said, fuck that, get naked, right? So So the broad comes out and she's like, you know, looking sad and tears running down her face. And I'm just thinking like, damn, what the fuck just happened? So my boy come out and he's like, man, that nasty ass bitch had a condom inside her. He had pulled a condom out of her and shit. So she had just fucked somebody before that before she, you know, came over to the house. And he just decided to put his finger in there first and he pulled the condom out.
Woo. Oh, that is some disgusting.
Yeah. But you know, I've told that story.
Was her name Kia?
No, that's funny. And that's funny. I told that story, and then there's other people who've encountered that.
Oh,
you know, I'm like, I ain't never encountered that. So the dude, whoever she was fucking with, he left it inside of her, but he had no respect for her, not enough to say, hey, you know what? You got a condom inside of you.
Oh, my goodness.
That shit is funny, man. I would never forget that shit, man.
The Tobe Hixx true story.
Dope true story. The Blue Apartment.
The San Diego,
Blue Apartment in San Diego, man. Hey, there was some great times at the Blue Apartment.
Shit, what's that? Late 90s, early 2000s?
Yeah, in the 90s.
Okay,
man.
90s.
Oh man, it was a lovely. I remember at the same Blue Apartments, right? I remember it was a chick in there. She was a little overweight. Well, I won't say a little. She was probably about 350 pounds. And she dug me, right? And all the homies used to clown me about her digging me and shit, you know. But she's a real sweet woman or whatever. She used to do crazy shit. I mean, like, she would cook big ass meals. Like, she would know, like, about what time I might be coming home.
Right.
She would cook meals and shit and set the shit out in front of my door, and the shit would be hot, steaming, and ready to go, shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she was something else. But she was nothing I could fuck with. But she was a very nice person, and she was trying to look out for me. She wanted me, man.
Oh, shit.
And they used to just clown.
All right, so listen, man, this is something we started last week, man. Dope facts, man.
Yeah.
These are all facts, man. These are dope facts. Tobe Hixx, studies show that the average fast food customer eats about 12 pubic hairs a year.
Oh, man. I went to McDonald's late last night, too. God
Studies
damn.
show that the average fast food customer eats about 12 pubic hairs a year.
I would probably have to agree with that.
First thing, I wonder, what study do you do? Like, are you just going around to random
How do you
stores
find out
and,
who's
and
got their
examining?
Well, I mean, how do they know where the hair came from? If it was a pubic hair or a facial hair, if they see a hair?
Yeah. I mean, because over the years, I
Can
have
you test
seen
for pubic hairs as opposed to other hairs?
Man, I guess so, man.
I mean, that's some shit.
This is why you're supposed to eat. This is why you're supposed to eat in, man. This is why you're supposed to eat in.
But you know, you can't always. I mean, that's why, you know, I try not to think about that shit. I mean, and speaking of that, man, one of my favorite joints right by my house just got all fucked up.
Who?
One of my favorite little spots I used to go, it's called OK Chinese Food on Van Nuys Boulevard in LA.
What happened?
And man, I used to go there all the time. And you know, I loved it, man, right by the house. I could walk to it. You know, that's how close. It's only like a block away. So I would go there and they would always give you enough food for 2 days. And I'm thinking to myself, how these motherfuckers giving out all this food? If I own this place and I see these motherfucking plates going out like this, I'd be pissed. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Right.
So, man, one day I was thinking about that shit all day. I said, man, I'm gonna get me some OK Chinese. This was about 2 months ago. So I go there and I grab the door. And that motherfucker locked.
Oh,
but it's
shit.
like 7 p.m.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, hold it. What the fuck is wrong? So I look in and the place look like it's been ramshacked.
Yeah.
You know, like there's pots and shit on the table and shit. And I'm like, damn, what the fuck happened? So all of a sudden, then I look up and I see a sign and it says, you know, they had come in, they had closed it down because of vermin infestation.
Shit.
Right.
Shit.
And I understood, like, to be honest, I mean, I knew infestation meant a whole lot of them.
Yeah.
But to me, I thought vermins was like rats or whatever.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I looked up the word definition for vermin exactly, and it said it could be rats, roaches, all of them.
Yeah.
So I didn't know, and I was like, oh, shit. So then I realized one dude comes out the back and he's cleaning. I'm like, fuck. So this story gets even better. So I'm like, damn, my favorite little Chinese joint, now I can't go back to that motherfucker, right? So I go to Walmart and I see this lady in Walmart and I'm looking at her like, damn, I know her from somewhere. I couldn't remember where I knew her from. So then she comes up to me and goes, "Hey, how you doing?" Then it dawns on me that she works at OK Chinese. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, shit. I'm like, damn, you know, I was thinking, because that's the one thing I thought about the people that work there, they might lose their job, because I thought they might be closed down forever.
Right.
So I didn't say nothing to her about knowing about the infestation. So at this time, now they back up and running. Like 3 days later, they got it all cleaned out. So she was like, yeah, I'll see you at the restaurant soon. And I was thinking, bitch, you're not going to see me at the motherfucking restaurant. You're going to see me at that restaurant. Ever again.
Yeah. You know, that happens a lot of usually, obviously, they tell them you got to clean it up, you got to get you know, sometimes they catch you slipping.
They shut that bitch down.
Yeah, they do. They shut you down because until you got 2 days to get the shit, and then they come back in and examine it, you know. Oh, that's why they tell you don't eat nowhere that doesn't have an A.
Honestly,
you know that, right?
Honestly, I ain't never paid attention to that shit. One time, my daughter told me, Daddy, I don't know why you was going there anyway. They had a bee up there.
Oh, shit. No,
see, I didn't never notice it. But no, it wasn't me. That shit, it be lined up out the door every day because of all the food they was giving out.
No, only A. That's
now
it.
I look for that shit.
A is it. You don't fuck with nobody got a B.
My youngest daughter was like, Daddy, you should never go there. They had a B anyway.
Yeah. B is good in school.
She bougie.
Yeah. All right, so let's more dope facts, man. Dope facts. Tobe Hixx, the more sex you have, the more you want. Research shows.
I could agree with that.
Yeah. About 1 liter of blood flows through your brain every minute. Wow. 1 liter of blood flows through your brain every minute.
Who the fuck is supposed to know that?
Hey, man. Eating chocolate at least 5 times a week can reduce the risk of heart-related diseases by 60%. See, chocolate ain't bad. I said chocolate's supposed to be bad for you.
Damn.
Yeah. 95% of a car's lifetime is spent parked. 95% of a car's lifetime is spent parked.
I would say that's probably true before Uber and Lyft.
Yeah.
Now it might not be as high because motherfuckers is driving.
They out there making, they using that car for making some money, man.
Yeah, man, I got a homeboy, man, he drive around about 12 hours a day. Like, he getting it in.
Hey, listen, you got to do it, man.
Yeah, shit.
A man once spent 6 months in jail not knowing that his bail was just $2.50.
Huh?
A man once spent 6 months in jail and he didn't even know that his bail was $2.50.
Yeah, I've seen that story before. It was a brother, too. I'm like,
oh, my God.
Yeah, it was a black man. Obvious. I mean, I was like, man, what type of shit is it? But you mean he didn't notice that? They didn't tell him, obviously. There's no way that they went to this man and said, hey, look, man, you can get out of jail for $2.50. What would you like to do?
So you think he may have just been like, because I know some cats be like, I ain't ready let me just stay here for a little while and get my shit together.
Not over $2.50.
Hey, man, them streets might have been looking for him, man. He might have just wanted shit to die down.
I mean, realistically, though, that's the only thing that makes sense other than that. Or unless he was, a little mentally slow.
Yeah. The expiration, dope facts. Tobe Hixx, the expiration date on bottled water is for the bottle, not the water. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
The expiration date on bottled water is for the bottle, not the water.
Yeah, water can't get old.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I think about it. Yeah.
But if the bottle fucked up, you want the water that's in the bottle? I guess you can still use the water, but just throw the bottle away.
Yeah, you could sterilize it. But I'm just saying, I see that point. But yeah, the water don't get old, so I can see the bottle getting old first.
A woman, all right, last dope fact. A woman found her ex-boyfriend living in her attic 12 years after they broke up.
That's some crackhead shit right there.
A woman found her ex-boyfriend living in her attic 12 years.
So how did he just pass through the house all this time?
I know what happened with this. This is easy. He was gone. What happened was I guess 12 years, he probably stayed in touch with her, knew that she had a crib, that had an attic. He got fucked up, whatever, financially, and he was like, man, that bitch, Melissa, I know she don't really be looking up in the attic like she stay downstairs.
He was going to work every day and shit?
Well, I don't know. I mean, but he was probably up there staying in the attic because he knew that, you know, she had an addict and she don't go up there. And then one day, the nigga probably was snoring too loud and she was like, what the fuck is that noise coming from up there? That's probably what happened, man.
Wow.
Listen, man. All right, so Tobe Hixx, we got our dope of the week. The dope of the week. Y'all know how we do a dope of the week. Tobe Hixx, you know who the dope of the week
Who is the dope of the week? Oh, yeah. Yeah, this
is the Papa John's, I should say, ex-CEO. This motherfucker.
Yeah, man. He's
this nigga.
John Shatner.
John Shatner.
This motherfucker.
Whew. You talk about what? You know what? We should have known something was when he came out against
about
the football players.
Talking about this ruining his
Talking about fucking up his piece of business.
Yeah, that don't even, I mean, that was some dumb shit right there.
And that was just, the first thing, that CEO 101, you don't piss off 30% of your business.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just, but this is the arrogant white man, Trump.
That pizza wasn't shit anyway on top of it.
I never even fuck with Papa John. I was a Domino's Pizza Hut guy.
Yeah, that Papa John's ain't shit anyway.
But any CEO could tell you, you stay neutral. You know what I mean? Jordan, that's why what Jordan say? Republicans buy Air Jordans too. That's why they say, Jordan, why you never speak on shit? Jordan like, hey man, I'm the CEO. I don't get into all that. So that was it. But now we really know what he was really about and what was really his, you know.
Yeah, man.
Then this motherfucker used to do commercials with Peyton Manning.
Yeah, that's why I was going back and forth on Twitter with Freddie Coleman from ESPN, and I was like, yo, man, what do you think about Peyton Manning working with that motherfucker for so long, man? Birds of a feather flock together. There's no way that Peyton Manning...
No, I wouldn't. I disagree on that. I just,
I'm not saying that Peyton is a racist, but I'm saying Peyton knew he was a racist, I believe. Now, Peyton, I don't believe Peyton was a racist, but Peyton knew. This shit didn't just come out the blue.
Peyton has hung out with racists. The motherfucker from Mississippi.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. He knew.
Peyton knows some racists. He from Mississippi. So he is, he resigned. So what happened was, I guess they had a conference call. This is how dumb this motherfucker is. This is how arrogant and cocky. This is Trump. This is Trump influence. Mm-hmm. This is the rich. I can do whatever I fucking want.
He hired a marketing firm.
He hired a marketing firm to help them,
help him turn around his image.
Yeah. So during a conference call, it's not even the motherfucker just one-on-one in the office between me and you. This motherfucker during a conference call
with multiple
people of all backgrounds on the conference call used the N-word. He used the N-word, and he claimed Shatner claims the agency asked if he was racist, and he used the N-word in describing how KFC Colonel Sanders used to talk. He's backtracking now and said he wouldn't ever use that word, although he just had used the word. I mean, if you're trying to make a point, you're on a conference call trying to say, well, Colonel Sanders used you don't say nigger, you say Colonel Sanders used the N-word.
Plus, Colonel Sanders came in from a different time on top of it. I mean, back then, shit, it was a whole bunch of Colonel Sanders.
Yeah, Colonel, and we don't even, and it's never been confirmed that Colonel Sanders.
No. Yeah, well, not that he used, but yeah, people knew Colonel Sanders was a racist. That's been out there before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's been out there.
Okay.
Look at his outfit.
Yo, so listen, man. So the public firm decided not to work with them. They just said, no.
They gave him his check back.
Yeah, they just said, which goes to show you when they giving that Papa John check was a nice check.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
You know what I mean? So shout out
somebody say they don't want your money, then you fucked up.
And so all hell broke loose. He resigned from the company as CEO, although he still owns 30% of the company's shares.
Yeah.
So
shout out to Louisville University.
Louisville
His name off the stadium.
They took they took his name off the stadium. He's got a lot of backlash. He resigned from the board of
but the thing is, though,
Louisville.
but it's crazy because he's had to quit and do all that shit, but they ain't stop all that bread he got.
But now, they said he worth like $700 million, so you can't take that away from him.
Nah, he can go hang out with the Klan and just sit down and talk shit now. He ain't even got to do nothing else.
And now he's even backtracking. Now he said it was a mistake for him to resign. In a letter to the Pizza Chain's board, Shatner accused the board of not doing any investigation and said his decision to remove him as chairman was based on rumor and innuendo.
So now
he's backtracking that.
So he shouldn't have resigned, but he ain't said he shouldn't have said nigga.
Yeah. And he claims. I'm trying to say he claimed. He said he claimed he only used it in describing KFC Colonel Sanders. He would never use that word in real life. Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
That is real life.
Yeah, so he's just been, you talking about how CEO, how you do not want to do, if you're a CEO of a company out there, how you do not want to run your business is how this idiot, John Shatner, Papa John's, and Papa John and stocks have went down. They losing millions every day.
You know, the other dope of the week, and I don't even want to talk too much about him, is Trump.
Oh yeah.
I mean, how the hell? How do you take the Russian side over the American side?
Well, so that's it. Russians got a tape of prostitutes peeing on them.
Wow.
Yeah, they got something on that motherfucker. You know they got to have something on them. There's no way this motherfucker is so scared of Putin to say anything bad. That they got something on this motherfucker.
Yeah.
And they using this shit.
Yeah, because Putin is Putin on him.
We could talk all day about that idiot Trump, but my man called me back. We're going to get Lazy Lamont on the phone.
Yeah, because everybody need to hear this. Because, I mean, this is an opportunity, especially comedians. Listen to this story because it could happen to anybody. Because, I mean, myself, I've been looking for somebody to do a situation like this for a long time. Go right ahead.
Introduce yourself. Welcome to the Dope Dealer Podcast. Introduce yourself, soldier.
What up, Doc?
The Dope Dealer Podcast. What's good, man? This is Lamont King, otherwise known as Lazy Lamont, broadcasting live. Good to talk to y'all again, man.
What's good, Lamont?
What's happening? Representing that DC, DMV area. What's happening with you?
Eleanor Roosevelt alumni in the building. You know what I'm saying?
If people out there don't know, Lazy Lamont is one of the funniest comics in the country. I've known him for a long time, man. And
yes, sir.
Was out here in L.A., in these clubs doing his thing, man, representing the East Coast and out there. What's been up with you, man? What you been doing over there, man? I know I did your room a couple years ago. You still got something going on over there?
Yeah. No, that. First of all, the intro was amazing. That was great. I appreciate that.
Dope Dealer Podcast.
13 times. I done retired 13 times since then. But, I'm still in the game. I'm out here working with children, raising other people's kids and telling jokes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we tried to call you earlier. You didn't pick up, and Tobe Hixx was like, "Man, he's being lazy." He said he being lazy.
Shit, we didn't all raise other people's kids.
No, I had to take the rental car back. You know what I'm saying? That's what that was. That's the thing.
Hey, so listen, man, let's get into it, man. I follow you on Twitter, and give them your Twitter handle just so we.
Mr. Lamont King.
Yeah. So listen, man, tell us about your story, man.
Tell your story. You got the floor, Lamont.
Yeah, tell us about your story, man. Because
all right, so true story, man. Y'all are touring, working comics. You know how hard it is to travel, right?
Exactly.
So I'm at that level where you might know who I am, but you're not going to pay me to come out.
Listen, you preaching to the choir. You preaching to the choir.
I'm giving background. So I can get booked in Texas. I just got to get there myself. So another comic was like, called me out the blue in November. Was like, yo, I got to hook up on a flight benefit, man, and I'm only giving it to Inner Circle. This shit is legit. Oh, can I cuss?
Yeah. Yeah. You can cut this Dope Dealer Pie. He do what the fuck you want.
Okay, yeah, got it. So he said it's legit. I done took like 4 flights already, so basically I done made my money back. And I'm real, I don't gamble, so I'm real noisy, scary anyway. I'm like, nah, man, how does that work? So he giving me the whole spiel, and he's like, look, I took the flight and I sold merchandise on my first 3 flights, so I basically made my money. I recouped off of 3 flights. So I'm like, well, that true. Right there is worth it to me.
Yeah,
that's worth it to me.
That would be.
So he was like $1,000, unlimited flights. You just send her a text. It's called a companion pass. She sends you the screenshot. You get on the plane, take the trip. So I was like, all right. So
and I've done this before too. So I'm familiar with it.
Right. Many of us have, but this was my first time having my own connect. So I was excited. You know what I'm saying? I done got the
man. Yeah, I'd have fainted right there because I've been looking for years for that. Go ahead.
Yeah, I've been too. Me too. And so, but I kept it a secret because I ain't want to feel like no dummy. So I ain't tell nobody. So I talked to her for like two days. And I'm like, whoa, how does it work? And could I get in trouble? Could you get in trouble? She's like, no, I'm going to put you under my coworker. She's been for 35 years. She ain't going nowhere. I'll just code you in. But I'm a gate service agent, so I can key in all flights on all airlines. I'm like, man, she's selling this joint. So I got my money together the next day, cash after joint, first red flag. Cash App was to a whole nother person. I didn't even pay attention to that. It didn't even register.
It didn't even register. Yeah.
Didn't even register. A whole nother person. So I sent the money off. I started booking for. I was like, so I'm extra with it. I'm asking 100 questions. I'm like, so how far out do it need to be? Can it be this week? Can it be, you know? She said the best thing that people do with me is they send me all the dates they need in a year, and then I book them at once. I'm like, that.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, you can't be that.
But see, that right there's a flag too. Go ahead.
Flag number 2. That was flag number 2. So I send her dates just to try her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, worst case scenario, I'm gonna cancel my bank account before this shit go through. So I try her on the first date. So I try, and she sent me the screenshot with a confirmed seat on the flight to CIAA. So I'm like, oh, all right. So then I go take the trip, come back. I'm like, I need to get to New York for a real quick on a Wednesday. I send her that joint. She sent me back a screenshot with a flight. I go to New York, come back. I'm like, okay, well, this works.
Yeah.
So
that's one flight.
Say,
that's 2.
Yeah, that's 2. That was 2.
Oh, that's 2 flights.
So I said, so I said, thank you. So she said, yo, if you know anybody else, I got 2 more passes. All right, red flag number 3.
Yeah.
I'm like, because I thought I was getting the last pass from the person that called me. So I sent my sister. She sent her coworker. They send the money. They like, yo, she charged us $1,100. I was like, really? $1,100? Don't charge me a G.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess that's what it is. She don't know you, so we just kept it moving. So my sister tried to book a Jamaica joint. So the girl hit her with, you got to pay on international flights. You got to pay port fees and taxes.
Right.
So port fees and taxes on this Jamaica trip was $400. And my sister's like, well, wait a minute. I done been to Jamaica round trip for $250.
Yeah. How's the fees more than the ticket?
Yeah.
So I'm like, but look though, as an inside connect, you probably gonna get a seat, that's better than you would on your own.
You getting first class, sis.
Yeah. So then I get some comedy dates, right? I get some comedy dates, and the people is like, can you get here? I'm like, hell yeah. So I go to her and start putting the dates in for June and July. Nothing. 3 weeks, nothing. 4 weeks, nothing. So I start spazzing. I'm like, yo, you hit me back. You got to hit me back. Question mark, exclamation, exclamation. What is you doing? WYD, all that shit. So she hit me. I track her down. I had to go on my lurk mode. So I track her down on social media, go in her inbox.
Damn.
Like, yo. Yeah, it wasn't a game. After 4 weeks of me missing the gig, because the gig, I couldn't make it to the gig. So that you took money off my place, and now I got to go in mode. So I go on Facebook. I'm like, yo, what happened? She said, I lost my phone. I got robbed at gunpoint. She blah, 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 blah. She started stiff-arming and
damn, she said she got robbed at gunpoint.
At gunpoint and just got her phone back. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Damn, she went hard in the paint.
I said, here's my number. She said, do me a favor, though. I'm good. I'm better with texting, and I don't really be on here much. And I said, okay. I done heard that before from a chick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I go back like 2 days later to Facebook. That don't shut down. I'm completely blocked.
Oh wow.
I'm like, oh, this is where we at. So then I start going on her, right?
Right.
And I'm like, yo, you need to hit me back, and this ain't gonna end well, and blah blah blah.
Well, what city was she originally in?
Say it again.
What city was she originally in?
I thought she was in San Diego. Turns out she was a former customer service agent in John Wayne in Orange County.
Now, was she still working? Damn. Was she working for them?
I don't know. Yeah. So I ain't get there yet.
For her to get the screenshots and stuff,
she all the way out here on the West Coast. Ooh, she had her game tight. Go ahead.
Yeah, but she's St. Louis though. She all St. Louis.
She's St. Louis.
So her and her dude, her fiance, who that's whose account I sent the money to, is St. Louis. So I got the team together. We start doing the research and the recon. We social media hawking. I mean, we doing everything. I done reached out to his mama, his baby mama. I got the address. I done called they promote concerts, and the dude is a jazz musician. I done called the venue and be like, y'all know what kind of people y'all dealing with, blah blah blah. So I got all their numbers, I got all their background information, I got all their contact information, and so I was like, let me play this the right way. So I go up to the airport in my town and go to the American counter, American Airlines counter, where she said she worked. And the first girl I talked to, out of the million people I could have talked to about this situation, the first girl I talked to knows her.
Wow.
What?
So we at the counter for like 2 hours, going back and forth. she's explaining that, yo, she got fired a couple months ago. She got 27 people up under her and this and that. And they got the corporate security got an open case against her and blah, blah,
goodness.
blah. Yeah, all this stuff. And she's like, but I don't have her contact information. I knew she was lying. So I said, look here, man. I gave her my card. I said, look, get that to her or whoever you know that knows her. Make sure let her know she needs to contact.
Yeah.
So she's like, I don't know if I'm going to see her, but all this. I was like, all right, whatever. So I go back home, and that day, everything shut down. So I was blocked from social media, her Instagram page, all her other pages.
Yeah.
I had other people looking at her Facebook
and it's
page.
funny, she's scamming all these people, and she on this. That's what they on social media. They scamming people, and they still on social media.
Promoting events, though.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
What?
I called one joint.
She could have booked you on top of it. She really fucked up.
Oh, no, I'm coming to one of their concerts in the city and just taking the mic. I'm going to just take the mic.
Oh, shit.
And perform the shit out of that joint and then walk into the ATM.
Did you talk to her
So, hold on,
fiance?
so where is she actually at right now?
St. Louis. Her name is Angel Shields. Her fiance is Fred Patterson. He play guitar. He be in jazz bands and shit.
Who gonna marry? Who gonna marry? I mean, damn, that's gonna be a hell of a couple. They already out here doing shit like that.
They scamming. Oh yeah. And I'm coming to the wedding. My whole team, we come to the wedding. We crack.
Damn.
I know it. I done seen the registry page on the knot. You know the wedding registry joint. They registered on the knot. I'm already picking out.
Hold on, you got some private detectives out on this bitch, huh, Lamont? Damn.
It's not a game, man.
Wow.
But see, that's the thing. The internet is wide open if you're not hiding, and they ain't hiding. They don't give a fuck at all.
It ain't no telling how much money they done beat people out of.
Oh man, I just talked to a dude just now. He who saw the story on Twitter. He said he knows 20 people personally.
Oh yeah, I just saw that too. Did you ever talk to her fiance?
Yeah, so I talked to him Sunday. So
hold on. I mean, and they so bold. They taking calls.
Let's see what her fiance said.
So I see he in the band, right? So then I find the band because niggas be tagging pictures. So I find the band, and I'm searching for a bra. You know what I'm saying? I see the band. The band got a booking number on Facebook. I call the booking number. I said, yo, man, I'm trying to reach Fred, man. I'm trying to hire the band for an event. He was like, oh, okay. Let me give you Fred's number. He turned that down over quick as shit. Gave me the direct. So I immediately called him, and I said, hey, man. I said, what y'all doing, man? He was like, who's this? I said, man, this is Lamont, man. I said, y'all got that money. Y'all got to return that. I'm not going away. So he said, I don't know what you're talking about. Is this between you and Angel? I said, nah, it ain't between me and Angel. I sent the money to your account. That's attached to your bank account. So he's like, well, I got to.
Plus, what man would say that's between you and his fiance?
Yeah,
okay,
exactly,
that right there is shady.
Exactly. So he said, I got to see what this is about, and let me hit you back. So of course he didn't.
Yeah.
And of course he didn't. But I done hit his mom on Facebook, his baby mom.
You ain't playing around.
Hold on, Lamont, what'd you say to his mama? So everybody, shit.
No, I laid it out. I was real precise with the information. And I was like, they out here scamming. They got like 30 people's money.
Did she respond back? Did moms respond back?
Of course not. She probably don't even believe it.
I don't know. My mama would have responded back. My mom would have been like, shit. She'd have said something. Either she would have my mama would have said something. She'd have been gangster. She'd have been excited at something. She'd have been talking shit or something. She'd have been you shouldn't have gave him your money. That's your dumb ass. That's what my mama would have said.
So then yesterday, I go to Google Earth and put their home address in.
Oh, Lord.
And they front door pop up. So they live in lavish in these downtown lofts in downtown St. Louis. So I called the loft.
Oh, shit.
Concierge. Oh, yeah. I could have talked to the concierge yesterday. I was like, hey, Angel and Fred, man, you seen them today? She was like, no, I haven't seen them. I was like, bingo, they live together. That's where they at.
Oh, my God. Like, yeah, her fiance's down. It's a scam. This is... What's your? We only got a couple more minutes. What you going? What's your next option? I see. Oh, so you put her on blast on social media. Has anything come back from that? Have you heard anything? Or
well, see what that was me just getting it off my chest. I was just trying to be greasy. I was just trying.
And you did the right thing. I would have put her on blast too.
She
Yeah,
deserved that
that's all it was.
shit.
But people have been responding that you know what I mean, in the same boat. And so I just talked to a gentleman who's really like wants to move forward with filing a police report in the city of St. Louis.
Hell yeah. I'll file a
I'm
police
with it.
report, yeah. And
Yeah,
what about your
I'm with
homie
it.
who told you about her, man? You don't want to smack the shit out of him?
Nah. We talked earlier. We talked when it started going down, and he said she did the same thing to him. So he was apologetic.
Plus, you probably,
and,
dude, he wouldn't have did that on purpose. So yeah, you knew that.
Nah, he would not have.
Yeah, that was one of your
my
faults.
man.
Yeah,
And
he wouldn't have did that on purpose.
It's a heavyweight in the game. You know it is too. It's a heavyweight.
And the thing is that that could have happened to any of us. I mean, it could have happened on the fact of trusting the woman. Then it could have happened on the fact of once we took a couple flights, if we know we could look out for one of the other comedian homies.
Exactly what
we would have. Any of us would have done the same exact thing.
Because this, I've heard this. This has happened.
But you know
before.
what? I got to be honest, Lamont. The people that I know that inquired and found someone, everything was always legit. No one came back to me and told me they had a fucked up story. So this is the first.
Me too. This is the first too.
No, I've had Richie Redden got into something with a girl that I knew that she worked for US Air and she fucked him on something, and I had to like mediate it. Richie Redden, not a comedian too. So I've heard it's happened to a couple people where they got scammed, but then a lot of comics I know. It has worked for them.
Yeah, because look, I was trying to get one time, and a friend of mine told me he knew a guy. The dude was out of Minneapolis. I believe it was Delta, whichever. I believe it was Delta out of Minneapolis. So anyway, I was talking to this guy on the phone for like a month, and he said, and it was a case of he was reluctant to do it because he didn't want nobody fucking off his job or whatever. So what he would do, he said, man, I need to get to know you a little bit, and then I'd do it.
Yeah.
So he flew out. He flew out to LA. We had lunch and this and that, and we got to know each other, and he felt comfortable. And right before he got ready to do it, him and his ex-wife got back together, and he had to put her on it.
Oh shit!
Right when he fucking trusted me enough to do it, then this shit happened.
Oh, black love ass nigga.
Yeah, got back with his wife and
Hey, Lamont, man. Well, listen. Come back when any other new information.
Yeah, let us know how this work out, man. Because I'm sure it's a lot of people listening that are looking to do this type of thing, and it's just some shit that people need to be aware of. Because this is, and fortunately, it could have been a lot worse. Luckily it wasn't more bread. You know what I'm saying?
But get your money. Go out and get your money, man, and tell us how it turned out, man. Call back and tell us how it turns out.
Yeah, let us know how that shit go.
I'll definitely let you know. And everybody listening, Mr. Lamont King or Lazy Lamont with 2 E's on social media. And I'll definitely hear the voices and see the face again.
My man, appreciate you, homie, man.
Thanks
appreciate
for calling, homie.
That's Lazy Lamont right there, man. So listen, man, that's it for us, man. Dope Dealer Podcast. We appreciate you guys, man. Shout out to the armed forces. We do it for you guys. Please, if you're listening to this, please rate us, review us, subscribe, rate us, and review us. And listen, if you review us, if you go to iTunes and leave a review, we would give you a free T-shirt. All you got to do is go to our Instagram page and DM us a screenshot of the review and your address and with T-shirt size, and we will mail it out to you. Shout out to Howie from the Bronx who did that.
Yeah,
he left a review. He said he met you in when you went to New York.
Yeah.
You. So shout out to Howie from the Bronx, and I'm actually mailing his T-shirt to him. He's a XX motherfucker. So
and then also, everybody get ready for Laugh Tracks on True TV. We out here shooting episodes of that. I just finished
Season
the 3rd episode. I shot yesterday and got some more coming up. So Laugh Tracks Season 2 on True TV. And if you're in LA next week, July 26th, I'll be at the world famous Comedy Store in the Belly Room at 10 p.m. It's an intimate setting, and you never know who might show up. So come on out and get a laugh if you're in LA. If you know somebody in LA, tell them to come on through.
Yeah, shout out to our sponsors, Doman Sheet Movers. Doman Sheet Movers, the #1 moving company in San Fernando Valley.
Joshua,
please,
what's good?
Follow us on our Instagram page with Dope Dealer Podcast. It's Dope Dealer Podcast on our Instagram page. Follow us, man. And
TOBEHIXX.
Yes, and I'm at Jamal Doman, JAMALDOMAN. Please, me and Toby are talented comedians, so please book us. If you want us to come to do your event, just hit us up on our Instagram page and we'll work something out,
No event is too big or too small.
Exactly, man. Shout out to Comedy Pop-Up. Shout out to Paul, our engineer, man. Listen, we love you guys, man. We see you next week, man. We out.
Dope Dealer.
That was cool, man.
the church. Are your feelings hurt? Cause the ganja made it all better for whenever.